out of St. Pete's for second export, I believe. Spring and Tirana by Toronto Lens. Just kick it off. Sing it, Ozzy. All this is a reminder that we don't have any real baseball to watch. Alright, you guys all set? Minneapolis, Ohio. Two human owners, GMs rather, for Minneapolis and Ohio. They're playing together. That's the owners. Minneapolis looking to break out of their funk 2-11 record, and the Oxen hoping to solidify what looks like a promising spring training. All right, here we go. No music, otherwise can't watch this later. For the portion of the audio that won't be cut off, we are doing week number 3 of the 2022 spring training for the Bull League. It is March 14th. We'll do the Ohio Oxen home game against the Minneapolis Ravens because both of those teams have human GMs. Minneapolis with a 2-11 spring record, very disappointing for such a high caliber team with a great track record. The Ohio Oxen trying to solidify their 6-7. They are below 500, but that's actually really good for Ohio, considering the season they had last year and the year before that. I think were both very dismal. So we'll see how it goes. Nick Sear on the mound for the Oxen, Lorenzo Gutierrez for Minneapolis, and let's roll it. Today's game brought to you by Bull Cola. There's a blast from the past. All right. So the Jason Tarlow lineups are in effect here. Brandon Seymour Brandon Seymour, center fielder, to lead it off. Chris Zahn, the left fielder, batting second. Lang-Ching Su, the second baseman, batting third. Bill Mahoney, the DH, in the cleanup spot. Is that Jose Canas? Jose Canas, 2 S's in Jose, batting fifth. Evandro Sirigo, the right fielder, batting sixth. Perennial contender for the batting title, Xavier DeSoto. Third base, he'll bat seventh. And some guy named Quintal, looks like Viriato Quintal, the shortstop, will bat eighth. And in the number 9 hole, the catcher, John Barr. As I mentioned, Aaron Miller on the mound. Ooh, all right, Aaron Miller's the pitcher for the Minneapolis Ravens. The home team is the Ohio Oxen. And according to the comparison, they've only got the advantage in the number 9 hole. So we'll see how this pans out. Minneapolis with only 2 wins so far in spring, but a lot of big names in their lineup. Ohio's leadoff will be Matt Gibson, the center fielder. Looks like a Jeremy Evans batting in second, the left fielder. Jose Santos. Is that another Santos? No. First baseman batting third. Corny Mays, the right fielder. Excuse me. Center fielder playing in right field today. 33 home runs last year, 35 home runs in 2019. He'll be batting fourth. David Jones, the catcher, in the number 5 hole. Section attack, the DH. Sinfronio Cayabaya, say that 5 times fast, Filipino, He'll be batting 7th, second baseman. Tupia Ciro Polipo, no idea what kind of name that is. Shortstop, batting 8th, and Yunus Hilal, the third baseman. This is going to be fun because I don't know half these players. Nick Sear, as mentioned, on the mound for Ohio. Dylan Macron as the person responsible for the lineups. All right, let's start the game. It is 69 degrees with no wind, partly cloudy. 5,000 fans are in attendance at Spring Ballpark. All right. And here we go. All right, so it's a 7:05 game. Do we have any results to look at before we get going? The out-of-town scoreboard. Nothing that gets underway yet. All right, so we've got to get this game underway, then we'll get some results from those ones. Nick's here on the bump, and Brandon Seymour, the batter. Let's have the first pitch of the game. 2-1 count to lead us off. And single to left. We'll get Seymour safely aboard first. And we have a base hit to start the ball game off. Seymour with some wheels. Chris Zahn, the batter. And there goes Seymour. Challenged, but safe on the throw. The tag comes in late. And Seymour with a stolen base. Full count to Chris Zahn. He'll take a walk. And Lan King Su swats one to short. It's bobbled, and it's a safe base hit. It'll be ruled as an error on the shortstop as Polipo misplays that ball. So bases loaded. 3 runners on. I believe that's what that means. Bill Mahoney, the batter, DH. First 3 aboard for Minneapolis, and it looks like a wild pitch. We'll have Sue going to second, Zahn going to third, and Seymour scoring. And an open base at first. And 1-0 count now. 2-2 count all of a sudden. And a swing and a fly ball. It's going to drop in safe into left field. The runner didn't tag up. He just went for it. I guess he read the ball pretty well. So it's a 2-0 lead for the Ravens as Sue advances to third. And Zahn is cashed in on that Bill Mahoney blooper to left. Evans was quick coming in for it, but not quick enough. Inside ball 4. That'll be bases loaded again for Nick Sear. Not having a stellar spring. And a hard hit line drive to right. It is gone. That will be a grand slam home run for Minneapolis. And all of this with no outs. 6-0 is the lead for the Ravens. And Sear shaking his head at that one. Serving up a veritable softball for Sirigo. Xavier DeSoto, the batter. Ground ball to second. And Ohio might get their first putout of the game, and they do on a routine ground ball. But not much has gone routine so far. Viriato Quintal, the next batter. Nick Sear with the 0-2 pitch. Strikes him out on a 82-mile-an-hour changeup. And that'll bring up John Barr. And we've now reached the end of the order. See if we go through the order again. I don't think so with Barr. 2 outs. See what happens here. Fly ball to right. Chasing it down is Corny Mays. And that is out number 3. So once through the order for Minneapolis in the first inning as they rack up 6 runs to start the ball game off. Matt Gibson to lead it off for Ohio. Excuse me. Line drive over the head of the shortstop, and he will safely ensconce himself on first base on a 1-1 fastball base hit to left. Gibson with a plenitude of speed. Jeremy Evans, the next batter. There's the throw, not in time. Crowd noise seems to have been quietened somewhat. You'd figure a stolen base would get them rolling there. Full count pitch to the batter. Swung on. Caught by the second baseman before it hits the ground. Sue reaching out and grabbing that one, so Gibson has to retreat quickly to tag the base. 1-2 count to Santos. Ground ball is short. The throw to first in time. Gibson makes his way to third. Corey Mays, the batter. Swung on, and it's going to be a base hit to right. Sliding to stop it from going further was Mays. It could have been a double. Or, excuse me, Sirigo, which that could have very easily ended up a double. However, Ohio does get a run on the board as Courtney Mays gets an RBI single, cashing in Gibson. All right, David Jones, the batter.
Strike three.
Late swing on that one. 102 mile an hour fastball. Wow. And that Ravens pitcher has got some heat to him. All right, he's bringing the cheese. Brandon Seymour back to the top of the order for the Minneapolis Ravens. He stares at a full count fastball and takes a walk. Chris Zahn, the next batter, and that's going to do it for next year. Aaron Palmer is going to come in now and try and manhandle the rest of the Ravens lineup and hold them to 6 runs. Zahn swings. High fly ball to left. Tagging up is the runner on first, but he's not going anywhere. Seymour will hold tight as Evans gets the ball in there quickly. Very decent left fielder, Evans, with a good arm. Defensively, Ohio's really improved themselves somewhat. And at least with this spring lineup. Land King Sue, the next batter. Ground ball to second. The runner was on the move. The defense will not be able to get Seymour, but they do get Sue at first, so they'll take the 4-3 put out, and Seymour advancing on that fielder's choice, or ground out, I guess. Bill Mahoney, the batter, swings on that 0-1 pitch. High fly ball to right. It is caught, and that will end the inning. So Ohio finally getting through an inning here with not much going on there. Runner stranded. And they'll get another crack at putting some runs on the board. Section attack to start things off. Versus Miller, he's had 33 at-bats and is batting a .273 average. And he's going to improve that average as well, of course, the spring stats-wise don't count, but he's singled to left as Zahn chases that one down. Section attack aboard. That'll bring up Kayabia. Let's try saying that 3 times fast. Kayabia draws a walk and on 4 straight balls. And there's 2 aboard with no out for Tupiasorio Pulipo. Ground ball to second. No play at second. And hamstrung. Section attack goes to third. Pulipo safe at first. Kayabia takes second as Sue looked a little confused as where to throw the ball. So bases loaded, no out for Yunus Hilal, the third baseman. Oh, the crowd's woken up. And he goes down on 3 straight pitches. Cutting on a slider. Difficult pitch to hit. Matt Gibson back to the top of the Ohio order. He's 1 for 1 today. And he's swung on and sends that one to right. It's a fly ball, and the runner's going, and he's sliding and safe. So section attack hustling in there. Not the fastest of runners, but manager sent him, and he scored. So 2 runs on the board for the Oxen. And now 2 outs, runners in the corners. Ground ball up the middle. This is a safe base hit, and the runner from third going. He scores easily. That would be Kayabia. Filippo on second. Evans with that RBI base hit. Corny Mays should be the next batter. Showing, oh no, sorry, Jose Santos, yep. Never mind, I'm looking at the right line. And he sends this one past a diving shortstop into left field, and the runner is coming from second, and great play there. Great heads-up base running by Filippo to score Ohio's 4th run of the game. Evans moving to second. Santos with that base hit to left. Another RBI base hit. Corny Mays, the next batter. Had the first RBI of the Ohio game, I believe. He draws a walk. That's the second walk issued by Aaron Miller today. 7 on the spring. Bases loaded with 2 out. David Jones, the batter. And the ball gets away from the catcher. The runners will advance, and another run cashes in. And now we have a 6-5 ball game as Ohio has suddenly put a lot of runs on the board in this inning. Mays at second, Santos at third. 2-2 count to Jones. Ground ball to second. This should end the inning. An easy flip to first. And 4 runs scoring for Ohio. And they have suddenly closed that impressive Minneapolis gap. Move to the top of the third. And we'll check the out-of-town scoreboard. We should have some results from that 2 o'clock game at least. And we do. Chicago over New York, 10-5. 16 hits for the Pitbulls, 9 for New York. 2 errors apiece. Looks like Ron Alder of New York getting the loss. Lane Navarro getting the win. Mike Strang with a home run. And Alex Viramontes, former St. Pete's player, with his own home run, 3rd of the spring season. Still no scores in the other games that are in action. They're all in early innings, and we've got 2 games happening later on. Nevada at Calgary, Arizona at California, and Washington at Seattle. I guess that's 3 games. Can't count. All right. Back to the action here in Ohio. Full count pitch to Canas. And fly ball straight up the middle of the center. Gibson putting the grab on it. 1 down. Evandros Sirigo with that Grand Slam home run back in the first. Last year he had 27 home runs. And he draws a walk. He doesn't just hit home runs too. He's a threat to steal. They'll be keeping a sharp eye on him. DeSoto, the next batter. 1-2 pitch. High fly ball to left. This is playable. And easily caught. Sirigo will retreat to first. And it looks like Aaron Palmer was injured on the play. And he's done something to his back. He's coming out of the game. So looks like Palmer might be down for the count. We'll get an update on him later. Ricardo Perez coming in for Ohio to replace an exiting Aaron Palmer, who was holding his own through the second inning. And so far 2 outs into the third. Viriato Quintal, the batter, with Sirigo at first. Full count. Base hit, possibly up the middle. Diving catch. Wow, what a great diving catch. A one-handed grab by Gibson. And that has potentially saved a run, at least extra bases. Some great defensive play, and I think I was mentioning the pretty good defense that Ohio strung together so far this spring. All right, section attack will lead it off for the Oxen. He'll be followed by Kiabia and Pilipo. Aaron Miller still on the bump for the Ravens. 3-1 pitch. Checked swing. Didn't go around, so that's ball 4. And section attack is aboard again. 0 for 0 today, as he had a walk in his... oh no, Kiabia had a walk before. Section attack had a base hit, and base hit for Kiabia. Attack moves to second. That'll bring up Pilipo again, who's 1 for 1 today. Full count pitch. And he lets that one go low for a ball. Bases loaded, no out for the Oxen. For Yunus Hilal. Struck out in his last at-bat. And he strikes out in this one, and it was an impressive 95-mile-an-hour fastball from Elijah Daniels. I didn't even notice they put a new pitcher in. Matt Gibson, the batter. And he goes oppo, but it's doesn't have enough juice on it. Fly ball to right, flipped in very quickly by Sirigo. And section attack is not advancing anywhere. That ball was very short. 2 down, Evans the next batter. And this will be a similar play. Fly ball to right. This should end the inning. And indeed, 3 runners stranded. Ohio fails to advance that score, but they are still just 1 run behind the Ravens. John Barr, the catcher for the Ravens, will lead it off here in the top of the 4th. And this one is a fly ball to foul territory. Santos easily grabbing it. 1 down. 2-0 count. Hard hit line drive by Seymour. And he is safely aboard as he singles to left. Very similar to his first at-bat of the game. Chris Zahn, the next in the order. There goes Seymour again. And he's safe by a few steps, actually. And that is his second steal of the game. 2-2 count to Paris. Swing and a miss. Strike out on a changeup. And 2 red balls on the scoreboard, indicating 2 outs. Land King Sioux, the next batter. 1-1 count. Hard hit line drive, fly ball rather, up the middle. Chasing it is the center fielder Gibson, and he does make the catch just before the track. So that is it for the 4th for the Ravens as they strand a runner. And Ohio will get their next at-bat here. It's Jose Santos to lead it off. He'll be followed by Corny Mays. And then Jones. Full count. Fly ball to right. It bounces in and hits the wall. This will go for a double. There's a play at second. And Santos is safe. Sirigo with a strong arm. Very daring of Santos with his speed to challenge Sirigo's arm, but it was hit back to the wall. Corny Mays, the batter, with the runner at second now and no out. 1-2 count. Swung on and missed. Daniels pitching out of the stretch position. Interestingly, David Jones. Hard hit line drive, ground ball to right. And looks like the runner's rounding third, and he's safe at home. So there goes Santos sent from second. He was given the green light. He does score. And it's a tie ball game. David Jones with the game-tying RBI as he is dusting himself off at first. Section attack, the next batter in the order. 1 away, runner on first. Ground ball up the middle. Handled by the shortstop, and they flip the double play. That will end the inning, but a run gets on the board, so the damage is done, and we are back to a tie ball game here in the top of the 5th. We'll check the out-of-town scoreboard to see if we have any other scores. We have 1 run scored by St. Pete's over Miami. St. Pete's desperately trying to change the tune of their spring with a 2-win season as well. 2-win spring training as well, I believe. 2-7, 2-something, 2-9. 1-0 for Milwaukee over Montreal. And those are the only scores we have since the last time we checked. Bill Mahoney will bat now, and he'll be followed by Canas and Sirigo. Mahoney 1 for 2 today. It's batting .308 this spring with 5 ribbies. Here's the pitch. Swung on, and this one pokes its way out of the infield. Mahoney with a base hit to right. Corey Mays playing it short. Jose Canas with the pop-up. Looks like the third baseman's going to call for it. And he does. Mahoney will stand fast at first base. Evandro Sirigo, the batter. And a fly ball to right. We'll have the runner once again retreating to the safe confines of first base. So Minneapolis struggling to get anything going here with a runner on. They've given up 2 outs now. Xavier DeSoto, he'll try and get something going. Ground ball is short. Easily played to first. And that will retire the side as they strand a runner. Game remains tied. Go to the bottom of the 5th. Kayabia with his next at-bat. Pitcher delivers. Kayabia with a base hit to center. That one found a little bit of room. Found the grass, and he's got a stand-up double as it bounced to the wall. That'll bring up Filippo. Swing and a miss. Strikeout. Eunice Halal at the bottom of the Ohio order with 1 away and a runner on second. 1-2 count to Halal. And he sends this one up the middle, but it makes its way to Seymour very quickly, who's easily gloved it. And Kayabia retreats to second wisely. 2-away for Craig Gnarly at the top of the order. He's going to come in to pinch hit. 34 home runs last year. Ground ball to second. This should be playable, and it is. And that's going to end the inning. So just a base hit for the Oxen. They were not able to convert. And we go to the 6th for the Ravens. We're going to see Quintal, Barr, and Seymour. Might see some pinch hitters coming in now. Craig Gnarly staying in to play left field. And Ricardo Perez still on the mound for Ohio. He's had a solid 2 1/3 innings. But quickly approaching the end of his useful life in this game. Hard hit line drive to right field. That will be good for a base hit. As Quintal easily making it to first before the ball's thrown in from Corey Mays. There goes Quintal. The throw, safe at second. Chalk up another stolen base. John Barr, the batter. 1-0 County bunts this one to get Quintal over to third, and it works. As he has sacrificed himself to get the go-ahead run to third, and Daisuke Yamashiro, the pinch hitter, he's going to come in to hit now. And the infield's playing very shallow, very in. 1-1 count to Yamashiro. Ground ball makes it up the middle, and that will cash in the runner. Yamashiro holding at first. So a RBI single to take the lead for the young Daisuke Yamashiro. Yamashiro, 24-year-old, Played for Minneapolis last year as well. I believe that was his rookie year. Played in the Thunder Bay and the Cal League the year before that. Only batted .214 last year, but he does seem to have some contact and definitely some speed. Left-handed batter Rich Mann will come up to face Ricardo Perez. One away, runner on first. And a line drive to the right field gap. This one's back to the wall. That'll go for extras. The only question is, will Yamashiro come around? And he does. Sliding into third is Mann, and an RBI triple as he'll cash in Yamashiro. So 8-6 now the score for the Ravens here in the 6th inning. Rich Mann with some wheels there, legging out that triple. Mitch Murchison is the next batter. And he sends this one to right field. It will be playable. The runner tags up and he makes it there. There's no throw. Well, Mays got it in quick, but Santos decided to cut it off and not make a throw. So that'll bring in Jaheim Gatlin to pitch for Ohio, as 3 runs have just cashed in for the Ravens. Full count pitch to Pastore. Low fastball for ball 4 will earn him a walk. 2 outs on the board, but Minneapolis able to draw some distance between them and Ohio.
Strike 3.
Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that'll end the inning. But Minneapolis jumping ahead now. 9-6 is the starter, their 3-run advantage. Elijah Daniels still on the mound for the Ravens. We may see him replace this inning. He's starting to gas out. Florian Leroy will come in to pinch hit for Ohio. Schedule will be followed by Santos and Mays, but we'll see if they are replaced or not. Leroy swings and misses on the 0-2 fastball. And he is gone. Santos the next batter. 2-0 pitch. Swung on. Fly ball. High fly ball to left. Should be playable. And it is. Mann making the grab. And that'll bring up Corny Mays, who's still in. He's not been substituted yet. Mays with a fly ball up the middle. Should be playable for Yamashiro, and it is. And that'll end the inning. Ohio shutout in the 6th. But as we saw earlier, explosive offense that is capable of putting up runs. But so is Minneapolis, and they've got 9 of them so far. Jason Garcia will come in and hit for the Ravens. Swing and a miss. And he runs the first on the dropped third strike. That made it all the way back to the backstop there. So safe at first on a strikeout. You don't see that too often. Garcia with some legs. Jones unable to chase that ball down quick enough. Rafael Pauta, the next batter. And he'll bunt to advance the runner, thereby erasing himself and adding to the outs. But Garcia is at second and now in scoring position. Senio Kikuchi, the next batter. So far, 2 for 13 this spring. Decent eye, not a power hitter at all. They're going to not take a chance, though, and set up for the double play here as they walk Kikuchi. The Oxen deciding the infield defense will eliminate the chance of a Garcia run, I suppose. John Barr, the next batter. Barr's 0 for 2 today. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that will send Daisuke Yamashiro back to the top of the order. He'll step up now. Batting .412 this spring. Has one of those hits today, an RBI single. Or sorry, was it that was he was him that tripled, wasn't it? Swing and a miss, struck him out. Gatlin with 4 strikeouts. That's a decent showing. All right. And as usual, the song's not going to go. All right. We all know the words anyway. David Jones to lead it off for the Oxen, bottom of the 7th, as the Oxen will try to get some runs here, but still making good progress. Getting a good look at some of these young arms and bats. Elijah Daniels, there's a young arm, on the mound for the Ravens. 4 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts himself. He's brought his spring average down to 422, his earned run average. And he's going to try to improve that 1-1 win-loss record. Ground ball to second, playable. Hard throw to first. Takahashi, the first baseman, easily making the grab. Sam Britton, the DH for Ohio. No home runs this spring. He'll be looking for one here. And a base hit up the middle. A no-doubter of a line drive, and that will bring Britton to first base. Victor Bonilla, the next batter. Ground ball to second. They play it to the shortstop, and the throw from short to first is slow. Bonilla is safe at first. So they get the top half of a double play, but they don't complete it. So 2 outs on the board. Bonilla at first. Filippo, the batter, has a hit today. And sends this one packing. It's a goner. 2-run shot by Filippo over the left field fence. 368 feet is the tail of the tape, and Ohio is within 1 run again on a 2-out, 2-run shot to left. Yunus Halal, the third baseman, he's 0 for 3 today. Terrible spring. 1 for 34 on the spring so far. A batting average of .029. But he's going to try and make himself useful here. 1-2 count. And he does. He slams this one to right, but it is up against the wall and caught. A leaping catch by Garcia. That one almost looked like it was a no-doubter. Halal would have been very pleased to see that one go over the fence, given he's only got 1 hit this spring. But it was not to be. So we are to the top of the 8th now. Ravens are back at bat. Gatlin still on the bump for Ohio. He's got an inning and a third down, 2 walks and 4 strikeouts, no hits, no earned runs against. Looking like solid through the spring. Actually, it's a good relief option. Rich Mann to lead it off for the Ravens. He should be followed by Murchison and Pastore. The 1-0 pitch. Swung on, grounded to second. Easily playable. As Mann checks out. Mitch Murchison, the next batter. Ground ball back to the pitcher. The throw is in time. Jeremy Pastore with 2 outs. The 1-1 pitch. Wind up. Delivery. And a pop-up. This should be playable by the shortstop who calls for it. And that is Filippo. 3 up, 3 down for the Ravens, who remain with a 1-run advantage. Ohio, the home team, will get 2 more turns at bat here in the bottom of the 8th and in the 9th. Craig Gnarly to lead it off. And the windup, the delivery, ground ball to first. The flip back to to Dukes, who's covering first. Matt Dukes, the pitcher, came in last inning, I see. Florian Leroy, the next batter, 2-1 count. And a hard hit line drive back to the wall in right field. Leroy rounding first, goes for second. This slide and a throw. There's a play, but he is safe. So a sliding double for Florian Leroy. Andy Ogg, the next batter. He was acquired by Ohio in a trade January 3rd, 2017. Ground ball to second. Ogg sacrifices himself on that ground ball, but Leroy gets to third. There are 2 outs on the board, though. The idea is to get to third before you get 2 outs. Corny Mays, the batter. He's going to try and get something going here. Cash Leroy in, tie the game up. And this is right into the glove of Kikuchi. And that will end the inning. So runner stranded 90 feet away from tying the ball game. We go to the top of the 9th here as Takaki Takahashi, the first baseman, steps up to the plate. Last year batted .307 with 11 home runs, 42 RBIs. Rusty Rowe, the pitcher for Ohio. Wind up delivery from the lefty. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Takahashi goes down swinging. Jason Garcia will get his next turn at bat. Struck out the 7th inning.
Strike 3, yeah.
And he strikes out against Rusty Rowe here in the 9th. 2 outs. Rafael Pauta draws a walk out of Rowe on that 3-0 pitch. And Rusty Rowe's going to try and keep an eye on him. Seneo Kikuchi, the next batter. Ground ball to third. The throw to second is in time. And that will end the top of the 9th. Just one more inning to go, potentially. We'll see if Ohio can walk it off here or if they will be stuck with a 1-run loss. Minneapolis, of course, wouldn't mind the 3rd spring win of their spring training. Howard Hewitt, the next batter for Ohio.
Strike 3.
And he swings in that 1-2 offering. Goes down on 3 strikes. Sam Britt, the batter. Full count pitch. Swung on. Fly ball to right. Playable for Garcia. Just before the warning track. And 2 away. Victor Bonilla could be Ohio's last hope here. 0 for 1 today. The 1-0 pitch to Bonilla. Ground ball. Making it out of the infield and into right. And we've extended the inning. Another batter as he is safe at first. At least one more batter, and that will be Filippo, who's had a great game today. A couple of great defensive plays, but also that 2-run homer and another hit for a pretty decent showing, a 2 for 3 outing today. And he's going to try and maybe get a 2-run homer here with Bonilla at first.
Strike 3, yeah.
Swing and a miss, strikes him out, and they will strand Bonilla. And that will spell the end of the ball game. So Dukes with the looks like he's going to get a save. An up and down ball game, could have gone either way. It was tied at 1 point. Ohio tied it in the 4th. Minneapolis pulled ahead in the 6th, and Ohio came back to within 1 run in the 7th. But the final score: Minneapolis Ravens 9, Ohio Oxen 8. 8 hits for the Ravens, 14 for Ohio, and 1 error for the hometown Oxen. And that is a spring game that was actually worth watching. Some great defensive plays and some good run generation, especially that first inning grand slam by Vandro Sirigo. And he, of course, hopes to see much more of that, a few more of those during the regular season. Quintal and Seymour with stolen bases. Seymour had 2 of them. Gibson with a stolen base for Ohio. Double plays. Quintal, Sue Canas. Winning pitcher was Elijah Daniels, who blows a save and comes out of it with a second win of spring. Matt Dukes with his first save. Ricardo Perez is registered with the loss after giving up those 3 runs in the 6th, I believe is the 6th inning, for the Ravens. So that's the tail of the tape of Andrew Sirigo, the player of the game, for that lovely 4-run blast. And Aaron Palmer looks like he will be out with back spasms for 1 week. That's the word on Ohio pitcher Palmer. He was actually having a fairly decent outing until he pulled his back there. And that's the end of the ball game. We'll check the scores around the league. Chicago was 10 runs over New York's 5. Looks like my Toronto Nomads ended up with a win. It was a good thing we didn't broadcast that game. Boy, 1-0 going to the 12th inning. Hines with the win, Alarcon with the loss, Leighton the save. Looks like Knuckles Malone was the starting pitcher. It was would have been his first outing. Milwaukee Hops with a 6-1 win over Montreal. Nevada falls 9-0, shut out by the Calgary Inferno. And a 3-1 win for the Miami Storm over the 12-2 St. Pete's Admirals. Ouch. Sorry, 2-12 St. Pete's Admirals. You can tell I'm tired. Arizona and California, the final there was 10 runs for Arizona, 3 for California. And Washington, Seattle, it was the Freedom with the win over the Seattle Salts, 7-6. So that's day 1 of week 3. Let me get the stats plus going, and you guys can follow along in the Slack channels for the rest of this week's scores. There's lots of humor to be had. All right. Sorry about that, fellas. So we got the Stats Plus running. You should have some posts now in the Slack channels from day 1. Some other injuries. Looks like Andres Arango, Denny Martinez. Don't know if they're for Nevada or Calgary. Bubble Smith injured. Those are all the big ones. All right, let's move along. Nicholas Freeman, not assigned to a roster. What? I looked at the DFAs. These guys weren't around there, so I'm going to put him on I'm going to put him on the AAA. You can move him out of the AAA later. Scott, holding up our sim here. I thought I checked out the DFAs and didn't see any, though. All right, so let's progress through the rest of the week. And let's see some scores come up. Three 3-0 for Boston over Ohio. Looks like, oh boy, they're coming fast and furious, aren't they? I should really do them one day at a time if we don't order, so we don't invite problems. But let's see. St. Pete's beat Nevada 11-6. Chicago beat my Toronto Nomads 10-9. That was a good close one. Boston 3, Ohio 0. Let's see. March 17th, we've got Arizona over St. Pete's 3-0. Good job, Troy. 7-5 for Chicago over Boston. Nevada with a win over Seattle, 9-7. Ohio 1, Montreal 0, and Toronto 8, Milwaukee 4. Those are all the results from the human teams for that day. March 18th, looks like Boston 9, Montreal 3. Chicago 7, Minneapolis blank, the Goose Egg. Nevada 13 over Washington 2. New York 6-2 over Toronto. Ohio 8-4 over Milwaukee. Troy's Arizona Cowboys fall 14-5 against Seattle. And Brandon St. Petersburg Admirals 7-5 over Calgary. Greg Whittington injured. I hope that wasn't your player, Brandon. Alex Jeter. Oh, that's my guy. He's injured. Oh, this is why I hate spring training. Looks like March 19th, Boston 7, Milwaukee 6, Chicago 8-1 over Montreal, Minneapolis 4-2 over my Toronto Nomads. The Nevada Speeders 7-4 over Troy's Arizona Cowboys. 8-5 is the score for Ohio over New York. Brandon's St. Pete's Admirals 7-1 over California. Looks like they've got that coast to coast series going. Washington 8, Miami 3. Oh, there's no human GMs there. Nobody cares. And March 20th, Boston 3, New York 0. Arizona blanked by Calgary 5-0. Chicago 4 over Milwaukee 3. Speeders blanked by Miami 5-0. Montreal defeating the Minneapolis Ravens 4-3. Toronto defeating Ohio 7-1. St. Pete's falls to Washington 8-3. And that is the last game of the week. And we are now officially on week 4, starting with our next sim, which will be tomorrow, Sunday, April 6th. Oh, no, it's April 5th. April, because we've already passed midnight. Sunday, April 5th, we'll see the next sim, probably around the same time, 10:30, 11 o'clock, depending on what time I can get my headset back from my son, who's discovered streaming on the PS4. All right, and thanks again for watching. I don't think we had any trades to input. I think I'm working something out still, but definitely thanks for joining us. We had 2 viewers, now down to 1. So we'll get this wrapped up and posted. Oh, Discord. Oh, that's right. That's what that was. I think I need to run Discord to get that going. All right, sorry, I'm just creating the archives. Baby shark, baby shark, baby shark, baby shark. All right. I keep posting this to our YouTube channel, I guess. All right. Oh, lost our stream signal. Better cancel the stream then. Till next time.